Hi everyone, it is me, Sailor Mars, Sailor Red World Ray here, and today I want to talk about why we don't skim or cut or clean or shift any of our films. Now, I don't really think it's anyone's business, and I don't really think anyone's ever asked us why we do not do that. But for anyone who's ever wanted to know the answer to the asking thing is why we never cut or clean or shift or skim our films, is that it takes too much time. That's the first thing. You know, all of these tools always take too much time. You think you can put your film in and would say all you wanted to do was to give a beginning sheet or an end sheet to your film. Well then, yeah, you can do that if you know if your tool can do it or not. Let's say you want want to make the film bright or darker, and I guess most of those tools can do that. But let's say that's the only two things you did, and now you want to make that film, now you want to fillet it so you can upload it. Well, that's where it takes a lot of time. You see, all of these film skimming tools might be fast when it comes to beginning and end sheet, make it bright, make it lighter, make it darker, whatever. Then they like to fuck around when it comes to filleting, and I don't got time for it. When I make a film, I want to make it, upload it, have it filleted and playable for anyone to watch it, even if they like the work or don't like the work. I don't want to have to yield for some flow, for some film skimming tool that doesn't have the strength to fillet a film fast enough. No, I'm not going to have all this time to blow yielding for, which say, small soft clip champ, or we'll say, well, first off, he's not even a fighter, never won any fights, or film fighter. No, thank you. It most likely takes too much time to fillet whatever shifts you did make to your film. I should know, because a long time ago I did work small soft Windows Filmmaker, which came with every Windows at least until 8 and 8.1. All right? It always took too long to fillet every film, Then folks will say, well, what about cutting out things or putting things in? Well, the film skimming tools I worked with back in the day weren't good at that kind of thing. The small soft fit Windows Filmmaker, it was good at cutting shit out. But if you didn't know what you were doing, it would fuck your film up. We made this one film once that we cut something out, but it would not let us do anything before or after the cut. We couldn't work with anything before we cut the film out. We couldn't work with anything after we cut the film out. So yeah, that's when we gave up on these film skimming tools after that. And the ArcSoft one we worked back in the day, there were two of them. ArcSoft Film for Layer and ArcSoft Web Shooter Friend. None of them could cut nothing out. You hit the double blades, nothing happens. And the only thing they were good at, well, the beginning or end sheet, was that you could make your film bright, lighter, or darker. Well, at least they could fillet your film fast. That was the only thing it could do. But it was a slide of shit anyway, because you couldn't cut nothing out. It was broke, both of them. And some folks beloved, Cyberlink or or interweb feed film over my overseer, which was the one I got when I had Windows 8.1, which was a slide of shit. It was broke. The only thing it could do was film, and it really couldn't film very well either. You couldn't do nothing. So I don't want to hear about how these film shifting tools out here are your friends. They're not. They're weaklings. They're foes. And I know someone's going to bring up all the sundriest film skimming tools that are either free or not. I don't care if they're free or you have to yield for them. They're all the same thing. They take too much time for laying your films. They don't really seem to make your film any more brighter or darker. And they're out, and the film and the beginning sheet or end sheet you might make through these tools are not often anything outstanding. And it's always a hit and miss when they cut something out. Because sometimes it will cut something out and it'll work, and other times it will cut something out and then you can't do anything with before or after the cut, so it just makes you undo everything you did. So no thank you. That's why we don't work with any film skimming tools. They're all shit. They're all weak. They all take too long to fillet films. They all hit and miss when they cut things out. And making them light or dark doesn't really make a big on likeness. And I don't care. Any one of these ones that you gotta buy, or the free ones, they're all shitty. Even the small software, even the Euro one is shitty too, because it can't make your films bright or dark. And I thought that was a cool setting, but hey, can't have that anymore. Yeah, even that one's shitty too. So no thank you. Hopefully now you know the grounds to why we don't scam or cut or clean any of our uploads or our live streams or our shorts or whatever. And if you're one of those folks out there that only watches films if they've been done in that way, well, then don't watch our work then. If you only watch films that are like that, So that's why we don't skim or clean or cut our films. Hopefully that answers your asking thing, if it was the asking thing you want to answer to. All right, everyone. Let me know what you think about me not doing that. I, Sailor Mars, Sailor Red World Ray, and we'll see you later. Goodbye. Farewell.